WWE Bad Blood 2004. I know what you're thinking. Hardest part of the ring. Please give us another Jonathan Coachman match on pay-per-view. Well, good news for you folks. WWE in 04, man. It's such a... it's like a box of chocolates, as some people may say. So sometimes you might get a dark chocolate. Sometimes you might get a white chocolate. Sometimes it might be bleach. But whatever the case is, we have a fun time putting it in our mouths and seeing what happens. Huh? Put that on a t-shirt. But yeah, we got Coach, we got Eugene, we got Tomko. And we got a Hell in a Cell match that lasts about 5 Monopoly games. Everything's here, folks, so strap in, strap on. It's the Apron Bump Podcast.
Yeah. It's the hardest. Talk around and disregard it. Strip you off the ground, show you what heart is. Standing strong and proud, nothing can knock this. Let's get started.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Apron Bump Podcast. I am your host, the hardest part of the ring, Kyle. How is everybody doing today? Is everybody ready for a little bad blood with 1D? Not in 1997. That's not for a few weeks. It actually is very weird how close they are in the Apron Bump episode order. It just happens to fall that way. Ain't that fun. But no, we have the last iteration, well, at least up until last year, Punk and Drew in the Hell in a Cell. It's the last Bad Blood for a while. So you better savor it. You better savor all of that Tyson Tomko while you have it. Just kidding. We got a lot of it on the TNA timeline. Too much, some may say. But speaking of which, I'm talking all these timelines. Hardest part of the ring, you're covering 2004 WWE here. You're talking about this 1997 WWF. There's TNA. What the heck is probably what you're saying, right? Well, hypothetical listener, I cover all sorts of timelines chronologically in wrestling. Right here, we got Ruthless Aggression. We are balls deep in it, but I've covered, the ending stages of the Attitude Era. I've covered the golden eras of TNA. We're in the process of covering it. We're in the process of covering the golden era of Ring of Honor. We got a little Progress Wrestling, old ECW, WCW, all sorts of goodness on your plate for you to gobble up. So grab a fork, put on your napkin, and just take a slice out of me and chew on it for a while because it's pretty gamey. Sometimes, do you ever just start sentences and not know what the next word's going to be or how it ends? That's most of what these intros are. But if you want to go check out another timeline in wrestling, or if you want to just binge away on a timeline you haven't checked out yet, or if you want to get caught up on this Ruthless Aggression time era? Sure, that works. You can go to the link in the description, and that'll bring you to all of the chronological shows that I've covered in this Ruthless Aggression era. Starting from the very first show, which I think Vengeance 02 is technically the first in this timeline. But if you want to go check out a different timeline, a different promotion, a different era, you can find all that at apronbump.com. You can go to the episodes tab and select whatever timeline you'd like to journey along on. We have a fun old time here, so binge away at Apron Bump on all the social medias. For everything else, if you're on YouTube, like, subscribe, comments, do the same. If you're listening on the audios, and we got a fun one on deck here. Like I said, we got Hell in a Cell, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, on the internet. It's a very divisive match, and I think there's a lot of interesting talking points to get into. Is this a good match? Is it not a good match? It's a long match, that's for damn sure. But is it worth it? Is it worth the time? We'll go ahead and find out. We got Randy Orton versus Shelton Benjamin for the Intercontinental title. We got a women's 4-way. Oh, yeah. We got Eugene versus Jonathan Coachman. By golly, what else? We got Chris Benoit pulling double duty. He's in a tag team title match against La Resistance, teaming with Edge. But he's also defending the world title against Kane. We got, which, by the way, Benoit and Kane, worth your time. we'll talk why exactly that is, but I would venture to guess that most, if not all of you listening, have either not seen that match before or it's been a while since you've seen that match. I would strongly encourage you guys to go watch Chris Benoit versus Kane from Bad Blood 2004. It was eye-opening. I'll just say that without duplicating what we say later in the show. It was a very eye-opening match. What else? There's just so much tomfoolery. Tomko's debut against Chris Jericho. It's a wacky one. Like I said, 04 WWE. It's not the best timeline that I watch, but it may be the most fascinating. Speaking of fascinating, that's unrelated to my guests, but I have guests on this episode. We got Handsome Kevin and Duke Bags from the Year of Duke and Rogue podcast, returning to the show. Always a gosh darn hoot with these boys when they come on the program. Go check out the Year of Duke and Rogue podcast. Wherever you listen to podcasts, they cover various, say, similar to the Apron Bump. They're comers, that's for sure. They cover various timelines in wrestling, but they'll do it in season format. So they'll take a season, they'll just go balls deep, and they'll immerse themselves in a certain year of wrestling. They are fresh off the heels of 1995. I think it was WrestleMania 11 to WrestleMania 12, which is a fun season. But they've covered dying days of WCW. They've covered a little TNA in there. So if you like the Apron Bump, I think you'll enjoy what the Year of Duke and Rogue provide to the world. So go check them out. All of their info will be in the description below. Check out HK on the Shining Wizards as well. You can find me there once a month. Check them out as well. Big shout outs to them. All right. I think I'm done plugging away. Let's open up the wound and get into the blood. That was a weird thing to say. Cut that. WWE Bad Blood. I'm not going to cut that. 2004 with myself and Kevin and Duke from the Year of Duke and Rogue podcast. And all right, so you say Asians aren't real people, HK.
No, that's not what I say at all. I love Asians, man.
It's a controversial take.
You sound like shit, Duke. Fix your mic.
This fucking guy.
I got. I'll take a subscription to Craven Asian any day. You know me.
Craven Asian, is that a real thing? Is it .org, .net? What do we?
It's .com.
Is it Craving or Craven?
I believe Craven. Last I logged in.
All right. Wait a minute. Is there? Oh, it's a restaurant.
Oh, it's a restaurant now?
It's in Minnesota.
Go the fucking way.
In St. Paul, Minnesota. Craven Asian.
Okay, now try Craving. Try Craving with a G.
Craving Asian.
I'm in St. Paul, Minnesota.
Well,
are you Craven Asian?
Yeah.
I kind of am now, yeah.
Well, I'm a third Asian, folks. So soup's up, if you know what I mean. Huh?
I do. What type of soup?
Egg drop, obviously.
Of course, yes.
This guy.
Isn't it pho? Right? That's kind of the soup of the Asian.
Soup of the Asian.
You know what I'm talking about.
You know, hand job. Let me apologize for my very Swedish counterpart here.
Sure, yeah. I think it's Vietnamese pho.
Yeah, but for Duke, they're all the same.
Yeah, one of them Asian water dishes. Yeah, I'm with you, Duke. Right.
Two slices of green onion floating around. You know the deal.
Yep.
Maybe a chunk of meat if you get lucky.
I'll give you. You want to get lucky? I'll give you a chunk of meat.
Got a couple chunks of meat right here, huh? Come on now.
Yeah.
Now, Handjob, I need an update. Did you find the website?
No, look, it might just not be the first thing that comes up, which I get. You know what I mean? Let me see. I didn't do the .com. I just did the kind of straight Goog.
Oh, gotcha.
Cravingasian.com. There might be like a 69 in there or
something extra.
Call in if you know anything about Craven Asians.
I definitely used to be a site.
Yeah, I think it might maybe got conglomerated with Brazzers or TKO or something.
One of the bigger ones came in and bought them out.
And maybe it's under like TNA's website or something. It's
That
like in there.
sucks when that happens because they don't still stay true to their roots, you know?
Right. And I'm trying to stay true to my root over here. Come on now.
Oh, laugh track.
The audience is delayed. They took a while to get it, but
Gotcha. Yeah, makes
we're
sense.
here. Well, how we doing, folks? Long time no anal.
Has it been that long?
Probably not that long. It's probably been like a year. Maybe.
Not for me.
Yeah. You get a little taste of pho.
Duke loves having a taste.
Oh yeah.
It's been a long time.
No hat this time, Duke. What's? I feel like you always have like a hat prop. No hat-based wrestlers on this show, maybe? Is that the situation?
Yeah, come to think of it, I don't think anybody wore a hat. JR?
Yeah, there's a hat.
Could have broke out the cowboy hat. Could have.
I mean, I got it in the other room. I can go toss it on if that would make you more comfortable.
All right, don't go toss it on. You know, you get away for too long. We can't have that. We'll just make do. But glad to have you boys back on here. Talk a little something different. Little different timeline ski. Little 2004 WWE.
I'm thankful that you had us watch something that wasn't a home video this time. That's what I'm grateful for. Yeah.
You know, like a shaky camera in the
Nah,
fourth row.
I'm tired of watching your amateur porn videos.
Hey man, we all have different tastes. We don't judge here.
Well, no, but I mean, sprinkle in a new move every now and again. Maybe a different angle.
You know what? That actually reminds me. I take umbrage with something from a previous episode of you. I haven't listened to your latest episode, but from your WrestleMania episode, Sonny versus Mae Young, right?
Yeah.
And I believe the situation, for those who aren't unaware, it's you have the option of fresh Mae Young in 1996, and 1996 Mae Young.
Yep.
But clean, pristine, showered, douched, all of it.
Yeah.
Or Sonny in 1996 that hasn't showered in a year. I think has literal pig shit on her, is milking goats, etc.
Yeah.
Harry.
Ran a marathon. Yeah. No shaving. Yep.
And you guys chose Sonny in that situation.
Yeah.
I mean, God, what's caked on back there after a year of no showering and all the hair?
Mm-hmm.
And you want to go around the world, as you say?
Yeah, around the world.
Is that, I mean, I don't think so, Tim. I mean, Mae Young, 96. I mean, she wasn't,
She's about 96 in 96.
But she has some tricks up her sleeve, don't you think?
Well, that was part of the thing, though. Mae Young, you're only getting standard edition. You're getting plain wrapped. You're getting what, they brought to the new world. You're not having any fun. No thrills. Right? Sonny, whatever you need, she's got you covered, right? Now she's caked, right? She's caked and shit. Nothing you really want to be around. But it is still Sonny. And she is taking you around the world, and it's 96, which is a proper vintage for Sonny.
Yeah, the best part of the bit was Kevin over there kept adding, stipulations to Sonny's situation. He was trying to get me to side with Mae Young, but I wouldn't budge, and turns out I passed the friendship test.
You don't know what I was trying to do, first of all right?
He saw right through.
Oh, I know.
You have no idea. Second of all, that was going to be like a bonding thing for both of us.
I think it was.
I think it was too, really. It brought us closer together.
Oh, so you guys would do it at the same time? You would share?
Yeah, we'd share.
Well, that changes things.
Doesn't it?
That makes a lot more sense.
Right.
For some reason.
Yeah, it's just a single man mission, a solo mission, if you will, if it's a clean Mae Young. But you're gonna want a friend with you if you're tackling that filthy Sonny that hasn't bathed in a year. She's been milking goats. She just lost a hog pen match. She ran a marathon. Like you're gonna want an extra hand because you know what you could probably bring? Some scrubby bubbles.
Oh, you're allowed to bathe her.
I think during
that
the act,
cheat code.
Yeah, no, it is. That wasn't a stipulation before.
Oh,
but now that I've brought it up, it's a new stipulation. Yeah,
I like the new rule.
If it's just Duke, no, can't even get near a shower. If it's just Duke, he actually has to bang her in a barn, right? But if I'm there, we're in the shower.
Sure.
Yeah, maybe in the jet tub.
Right.
Just making it up as you go along.
Always.
I mean, that's just I don't agree with it. You might say I have some bad blood with you guys, but speaking of which, Bad Blood, 2004. Overall thoughts, just kind of what hit you overall about this show, this era, maybe. What do you guys think about this one?
Strange era of the
Yes.
the Federation, the E, whatever you want to call it at this point. I suppose it's probably the E, but it's for me, it's one of those like forgotten time periods. And I think that a lot of better stuff than I remember happened during this time period. It was an interesting watch. Obviously, we'll get into it. I know Eugene, right? Hell of a guy, hell of a hand, good guy to be around. But like watching some of the stuff, I went, when the fuck did this happen? This okay,
Right.
2004. Gotcha. No recollection of this at all. It's a fun little watch though.
Yeah, we haven't covered this era at all on our show.
Nope.
We've kind of, we've skipped mostly before this, but yeah, it was a good show. This is a Raw exclusive show, which I kind of forgot about.
Right.
Did you call it a Raw exclusive?
Yeah, man.
A Raw exclusive. I've never heard that term.
You hear what you want to hear, man.
You're more of a
That's true.
smack-clusive kind of
I
guy,
was going to say,
maybe.
was there also smack-clusives?
Were you guys more? Were you guys watching at this point in time live?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah.
Were you more Raw or SmackDown guys, or did you have a preference?
I don't know that I don't know I necessarily had a preference, but I know I never missed Raw. I would never miss a Raw, and there was SmackDowns that I would miss.
I didn't have the cable television, so SmackDown was my show.
Yeah, I always had a fondness for SmackDown. I don't know if it was because it was like, we're getting into the weekend kind of thing. I don't know, but SmackDown, the cruiserweights and all that stuff, at the fisting, big fisting guy, so kind of drew me in initially. So, but yeah, these brand exclusive pay-per-views are something. We got a couple weird things here, but that being said, I enjoyed the show more than I anticipated I would. There weren't a ton of misses on this, and I think there were actually some very good stuff. So, which, like you said, 2004, it's very hit or miss. They're trying a lot of new things, and we're seeing some of the new things that are working and some of the new things that maybe aren't working so well. But it's very interesting time capsule, that's for sure.
I will say that by the time it was over, I was okay with it being done.
Dude, that main event was tough to get through.
I just,
Like, I
it's
don't know.
just one of those things where like,
Long road.
it's one of those things where you got like a super hard nut to bust. And then you get to the point where you're like, you know what? I don't even care if I bust this nut anymore. I just want to be done. Right. That's how it felt at the end, which kind of sucks given what the main event was.
Yeah, it's like one of those. I mean, we'll touch more on it when we get there, but it's like, if I feel like it's a good match, but I didn't enjoy it. I enjoyed parts of it. We'll get to it, but it's a polarizing one, that's for sure.
Yeah, kind of a fun fact. We covered the first Bad Blood on the third season of our show. And this is the second one. They've only had about 3 or 4 of these total, I think. And so at the first Bad Blood, Kane debuted.
Yes.
And then at the second one here, he gets a world title shot, which is worked out pretty good. Of course, It's Kane without the mask. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, it's a weird period of Kane, too, because it's like, he just feels like a guy. Well, other than a few things.
Feels like a man.
But he's not a monster. He's not a fish. He's a man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
I get what you're saying.
well, we open up. First of all, this era of WWE, you open up, you get a lovely set. We got blood droplets. What's up?
No, I love it.
Yeah.
And the thing right away that I took away, like this is Robert, right?
Robert Conway.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Why is it? And this right out of the gate, I'm hitting with you heavy hitting, right? Heavy hitting question.
You're heavy hitty?
I'm a heavy hitty kind of a son of a bitch right now.
Sure.
Does Vince McMahon hate the fleur de lis?
What?
The fleur de lis.
He's giving it a lot of exposure here, man.
Le fleur de lis. Does he hate it? Because I have not seen one man with the fleur de lis that has been portrayed as a face. Every time you put the fleur de lis on, you are a heel. Done. What the fuck?
Is that the national anthem? Is that what that is? Is that the leaf? Is that a hockey stick? Is that a hockey player?
He's an evil foreigner, man.
How could I say it any more clearly? Hand job.
Yeah, you know what? Now I got it.
Okay, God
I had
damn
to open my ears a little bit.
Man, they're decked out in that fleur de lis.
That's what I'm saying. See,
Yeah, the floor to floor, absolutely.
the Duke knows what I'm talking about. The fleur de lis.
So I love that he's Robert,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Yes, it's a new development.
That's a beautiful beautiful thing, leaving the T out of there. But I think he's actually the only guy who's not a Canadian in this match, which is kind of funny because we get a USA chant.
That's
Nobody's Canadian or
That was-
American in this.
that was one of my takeaways too. I'm like, because where's the son of a bitch?
Ohio.
Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, it tells you a little bit about the IQ there. They're all chanting USA, and nobody's
Well,
supposed to.
actually, the only guy that is from USA is Robert.
Who has on the?
Right? See,
You got
I'm
it.
with you.
You
I
got
got
it.
you.
Yeah, you got it.
Excellent.
Man, they're singing the anthem, and it was pretty disrespectful how they got cut off.
It was.
I thought.
Yeah, at least
And-
let him finish, right?
Right.
That's what I tell my wife all the time. Even if it's bad, just let me get there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I got you. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I know what
touch
you're
my
saying.
fist. Touch my fist. Yeah, triple fist.
Triple fist.
But yeah, no, it's very because La Resistance they came in originally as like the French guys,
Right.
but then I look it up, none of them are French. They're Canadian, which I guess is
What about Rene Dupree?
he's Canadian,
French Canadian,
Well, French Canadian.
but like it's not in France, you know.
but it's still French Canadian.
He can't even see the Eiffel Tower.
If he squints, he can. He's got great vision.
I bet he's
You're
been
always
there.
squinting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's been there. Yeah.
Oh, he's
I'm sure
been
he's
in the
got
Eiffel
family
Tower
there.
too. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah. Talking about sex, but yeah. So, but Renee went to SmackDown. Now it's just Robert and Sylvain. So now they have transitioned into being a Canadian evil heel tag team. But Renee was more French. I don't know. But then one guy's from Kentucky. It's a weird thing. But they're going against two other Canadians. Chris Benoit and Edge, La Resistance, are the tag team champions here, defending against Benoit and Edge, who just
not
lost the
very-
titles. Well, they were champions for a little bit, but then they lost it to La Resistance in their hometown of Montreal to a hilariously huge pop. Like they were so over. It's worth watching. Just Robert Conway, Sylvain Grenier. You would think fucking like Hulk Hogan came in there and just raised hell. Like it was
Really?
incredible. The place came unglued.
Thanks to the victory.
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah.
Might have to go back and see that.
It's something. But so by the way, we got Benoit, the world champion, as well, doing a little double duty tonight. So that's really the main story. Like the tag division on Raw at this point, it's literally just La Resistance and Hurricane and Rosie. Like that's pretty much it.
The superhero in training.
Hence why the world champion is in the tag team, which I would argue maybe like just put a tag team in there. But what did you think about Benoit being involved and doing the whole double duty business?
I like Chris Benoit. I do.
Everything he did.
He's you know what? It's funny that you bring that up. Because I was thinking about this on my drive home from the office. At what point do we, like, when you say I enjoy his work or I appreciate his work, do you no longer have to say, I mean, he did some horrible things, but his work, I like. At what point could I just say, you know what? I'm a fucking fan of his wrestling career and not have to reference the horrible thing he did. Can we move on? Is it something we can move past? I know we recently had Columbus Day and there's still people just fucking royally pissed off about a guy that died 500 fucking years ago. But like,
Yeah.
why can't we just say, you know what? I'm a fan of Chris Benoit's work. You always have to reference what he did. Let's move on, right?
Well, when you say work after it,
Right.
it's more clear. Does saying the sentence "I love Chris Benoit" is a bit jarring,
But I love his work.
right? If you say that, "I love Chris Benoit's work,"
No,
well, even that's a little like
If you sit back and you're like, you know what? I was a big fan of Chris Benoit's home life. Really take some notes like that. Of course. Yeah. Then you're going to be like, I
Tough.
question this person. But you can't say I like Chris Benoit without being like, oh, except for that one thing, that one night, I didn't like that. Can we just move on and say, you know what, Chris Benoit's a hell of a talent?
Sure. Everybody gets a mulligan, right? Everybody gets one.
Should.
Or two, whatever.
Do we reach that point yet? Can it be today? Can today be the day we move past it?
Guys, you hear? Hold on. Where's the? That's the Chris Benoit's okay alarm.
Got it. Love it.
I think it's one of those things like Buck Zumhofe, for example.
Love him. Love him.
The his crime.
Right.
You can't really get away with bringing up Zumhofe without citing that.
Right.
And it's kind of along the same lines, but I mean, who else? Snuka, he killed somebody. We don't really.
Hey, allegedly.
Always. Well,
yeah.
We don't.
She slipped.
Right.
We don't always have to kind of put that next to him.
That's a great point. Nobody, you hear people say, I love Jimmy Snuka. I'm a big Snuka fan, but they don't follow up by saying, except for when he's climbing with his, like they don't say that. Like, why not? Let's move past it. Let's move together. Unify.
Sure. Unify it. Well, today's the day, everybody.
Hell of a wrestler, Chris Benoit.
Yeah, and Jimmy Snuka.
I mean, Jimmy Snuka was okay. He did the one thing, but otherwise it was just
okay.
Or whatever.
Gotcha.
Coconuts.
Yeah. He was exciting, man.
And Benoit, though, I would agree. I do love his work.
Yeah.
And like, dude.
Knows his way around a weight bench, kind of a thing.
He's a killer wrestler, man.
Oh man. I mean, he was all over this card. I mean, we were smothered with Chris Benoit watching the show. So I mean, so a lot of them on this show. But I agree. Benoit, he just does everything so well. Like, there's a level of intensity to like everything he does that it just feels like a lost art. Like, he'll just do like simple, like he'll do like a back suplex and it'll feel like it kills the guy. Like the way he looks at people, the way he looks at his wife. It's all so intense and terrifying. The match is what it was. It was pretty much to set up his match with Kane later. But what did you guys think of this contest here?
For me, it was kind of a throwaway. I mean, like there wasn't really much going on. I do like Benoit's work, and I think La Resistance, I think they're a fine tag team. I didn't mind them together at all. Edge in this one kind of seemed like the odd one out. Just watching the way the match was fitted and worked together, it didn't feel like he was the one that should have been there for whatever reason. I don't think his work has reached anywhere near its pinnacle at this point in his career. So that could be it, or it could be you're seeing him in a tag team that is lesser than the tag teams he's been in the past, which makes it feel less. I tried to figure that out along the way. I loved the Kane run-in. I usually hate the run-ins, but the pyro went off. The music didn't play. So like the pyro going off, I love, because that's Kane, right? It's mysterious. Boom, explosion. What's happening? They didn't play the music, which I enjoyed. He just came down, beat the shit out of him, threw Chris Benoit into the steps, and Chris Benoit just he stayed there in like a reciprocating orgasm type of a sound. I don't know if you picked up on his grunts over and over and over
That's
again.
what he likes.
Which is good for him, which I didn't know that's where his sweet spot was, but yeah, it was fine. It was very much a throwaway type of match, though.
Yeah, the ending with Kane coming out, I mean, it was done well. I hate any title match ending like that, but it was a nice touch how the Frenchman was locked in the crossface, and he had to hold on until Kane got in there without giving up. So that was a good way to wrap it up. But
yeah,
what do you guys think? How do these guys compare with the Rougeos?
Not even close.
pretty much the same.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Pretty much the same. Was it just because you see a fleur-de-lis?
The fleur. I mean, it's like it was pretty much one and the same. I thought
Oh, really?
the national anthem, the same.
Every
shtick.
guy that has a fleur-de-lis is the same
The
guy.
fleur is everywhere. I see one fleur. I see them all.
You are something else.
Thanks.
I wonder if they would have benefited from a guy like, Jimmy Hart or Frenchie or,
That would have been
dog?
interesting. Yeah.
Is Frenchie the dog?
Frenchie,
Right?
no.
Wait,
Frenchie.
who's Frenchie?
guy with the eye patch.
It's a monocle.
No, same thing.
No, an eye patch and a monocle are completely different. A monocle helps you see.
I must
An
have
eye
been
patch you
thinking
can't
of.
see anything through. Monocle, patch. Monocle, patch.
So Jean-Pierre Lafitte, that's a patch, right?
That's a patch, yeah.
All right. I must have been
Mr.
thinking of
Peanut, that's a monocle.
Right.
that. Monopoly guy?
Monocle.
Monocle.
Captain Hook.
No
patch.
monocle though. That's what do you call it? Mandela effect, I believe. Hold on, let me double check that. I think the Monopoly Man does not have a monocle.
I believe he originally
Oh.
did. Yeah.
I think you originally sucked me off. No monocle, no mon that I'm seeing.
There
No,
was a-
noacle.
There's a monocle on the Monopoly Man at some point.
It's AI probably.
That could be.
You can find anything you want, but
Yeah. Anything? CravenAsian.com?
Craven Asian. I was unable to find it, but we'll do our research later. But Kane was not Craven Asians. He was Craven Destruction here. DQ finish here. Kind of a waste of time in retrospect. Like, I get it. Benoit's doing double duty. Kane's coming out. He's taking advantage. Benoit's coming in beat up. But, like, do you need that? Like, Kane's Kane. He's a big monster. Does he need more of a kind of advantage? But don't know.
More of advantage, no. But does it make him seem like, more of that kind of monster that you don't know what's going to happen? Yeah, a little bit.
I suppose he's
it-
unhinged.
It helps out Benoit.
Yeah, I
in
suppose
terms
it
of the
does.
story.
Yeah. I do. One tidbit of this that I did like is that Benoit wasn't frozen by the pyro. Like a lot of times, like guys will come out and they'll like immediately like let go of the submission and then like charge the ropes. Like, hey, what are you doing? He like tried to get the win, but the guy didn't tap out. So he's like, well, I guess I got to get up and handle this. So
Right.
I do like that bit of psychology, but yeah, ultimately just a throwaway. But what's not a throwaway is this next segment. We got Eric Bischoff and Coach backstage. What are you guys laughing at? It's Coach. He's undefeated at pay-per-views. Didn't you hear?
Look at Coach is gold.
He's the man.
Coach is awesome.
Decked out in his
Dumb hat.
Michigan gear.
Why he's not there right now is a fucking crime.
I think he served his purpose in wrestling. I think he reached the shelf life.
Oh no, he could come back right now. I'd be so excited.
If it was this version of Coach, sure.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll allow it.
Yep. we
With the
agree.
hat, the glasses,
Yeah.
the basketball shorts, all of it.
Looking like a Fab Five.
Oh, dude, the shirt that says, what did it say? It's like, "'Cause I'm the coach." Enough said, or some dumb shit. But he has his match with Eugene later, and Eric Bischoff, the uncle of Eugene, is hyping up Coach because Eric Bischoff doesn't like Eugene. He's embarrassed of Eugene, and because Eugene he isn't like what he kind of represents. He doesn't represent the Bischoff family like he wants him to. He's telling Coach to take care of Eugene because he's an embarrassment to my family. And then Eugene just happens to be right to the right of them. Didn't see him, which I have a hard time believing Eugene would just sit there quietly. Seems like a very ruckus person,
You could tell he was hurt.
You don't like me, Uncle Eric? He said, "Come on now." Just breaking my heart watching this. Eugene's gold, I think.
I think he's gold as well.
Yep. He is 100% amazing. And we'll get into a little bit more when we get to the match, but the Coach to open this, just him jumping up and down. Don't bring me down. Nope, not today. Don't bring me down.
Muhammad Ali over here.
It was amazing. And you know what? You're feeling sympathy for Eugene, right? And I'm kind of feeling sympathy for Uncle Eric in the situation. Because
Why is
he's trying to do the right thing. If you listen to what he says to Eugene, you could take all of your wrestling dolls and your autographs and your pictures, and you can go back home and you can tell all your friends that you got to be in WWE, right? Like, it was an experience. And if you stay and you wrestle, you could get hurt. So really, Uncle Eric is looking out for the well-being of Eugene, and I think it comes from a place of care. And I think that's where this story gets twisted, and Uncle Eric makes, he's made to be the bad guy, but he is looking out for his best well-being.
Because he's trying to save him from this monster that is Jonathan Coachman. Who knows what he's going to do?
That's accurate. He's undefeated.
I think he should have confidence in his nephew, right?
You would. Eugene's undefeated as well, so he hasn't wrestled on pay-per-view up to this point. But he's beaten the Robert Conways of the world, so it's no slouch either. No,
kind of high stakes here.
I'd say so.
So you don't think that there's any shred of Uncle Eric that is actually looking out for Eugene?
It seems like he just wants him to go away. Get out of his sight and whatnot.
I don't know. He was just telling Coach right to the left of him that he wants Coach to take care of him.
That's not a bad thing.
Ominous.
That's not a bad. People say that all the time. Like you hear people on their deathbed talking about their children saying, "Hey, take care of Missy. I'm not going to be around anymore." That doesn't mean annihilate Missy. That means make sure they're okay. Take care of them.
Oh, I have some loved ones to apologize to because I read that wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe you're right. I don't know. Maybe this is why it's good to revisit this stuff, because maybe stuff that we interpreted wrong and originally, maybe along the way we were the villains, perhaps.
Right. Yeah. Benefit of the doubt.
I'll tell you one thing that there is no doubt about is that Tyson Tomko's here, taking on Chris Jericho. Of course, Tomko is accompanied by Trish Stratus.
Oh boy,
Tomko Jericho, big time match, big match feel on a pay-per-view.
Not at all.
Tomko's first match, by the way.
Really?
On a pay-per-view, yeah.
Okay.
First match on a pay-per-view.
I couldn't get past Tomko's tattoos because they just reminded me of Lord Tensai. Anybody else get that at all?
Well, he actually ended up teaming with them in Japan, so maybe that's why they were a team.
Right? It looks like the Tensai tattoos. And I know that this is pre-Tensai, but the tattoos looked exactly like Tensai's. And I have no recollection of why Tomko and Trish were even together. Furthermore, Chris Jericho in what looks like felt pants. Worst Chris Jericho era, right?
Oh, this is definitely, Jericho, this is babyface Jericho with not much direction. So yeah, This is pretty rough. He can still perform in the ring, obviously, but like character-wise, yeah, because we're fresh off of his feud with Christian, which is some great stuff, but their blow-off match was in a steel cage on Raw, and Christian injured his back in that match, so he's out for like 4 months, which is why Tomko is, because Christian... Actually, I don't think Tomko came along until after Christian was gone, but I know they end up being a pair. So I think it's kind of Christian's, so they call Tomko the problem solver. And I think it's like Christian's hired gun type of thing. And Christian was with Trish, so he sent Tomko to go protect Trish, and that's kind of why they're a pair. So that's why we're here.
He also has his name tattooed on his back, which I don't understand whatsoever.
Maybe he forgets.
Yeah, but it's on his back.
Maybe his lover forgets. I don't know.
That's like I just don't understand. Like, why would you want? I don't understand at any point why would you, one, tattoo your name on yourself, and then two, tattoo your own last name on your back as if you're wearing a jersey, or if you're in prison and like you said, your lover, everybody knows where to get that good ass.
Yeah, Tomko. Not a bad ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in shape.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah, those tattoos were distracting for me as well. I don't know too much about this Tomko. He's a powerhouse. He's got a few nice powerhouse maneuvers in this one.
Not bad.
But
not bad.
This was kind of another throwaway as well, though.
Well, one little piece of lore for Tomko that might tie everything together. He was once a bodyguard for Limp Bizkit.
Oh, fuck him.
Which just makes a lot of sense, given the goatee.
Yeah.
Love me some Limp
They're
Bizkit.
so horrible.
We all do.
No, we all do
My
not.
way is so good.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, they both suck.
I could buy that origin
Right.
story.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of, I would agree, a throwaway match. Not a terrible match, especially given how green Tomko is. I've been watching Tomko in TNA like 3 years after this, and he is a bit better then. So like there's something there. Like Tomko ended up being pretty solid.
Okay.
Maybe it was after his tour of Japan where he like started to figure stuff out. But he was just kind of just another big, bald, big guy, bodyguard type guy, beating up Jericho. He beat up Jericho on Raw, powerbombed him through the announce table, so he has injured ribs here. Attacking the ribs during this match. And that's pretty much the story. That powerbomb shoulder breaker Tomko did pretty nice. Pretty nice.
that was a nice move. That could have been a finishing move.
Yeah.
I also like the gorilla press slam into the, bashing the ribs
Gunbuster.
on his way down.
That's good. That's good. The only thing that I really loved about this match, well, outside of Trish, because she was looking like a proper vintage as well. Although it is funny, I'll share this. For whatever reason, my Peacock paused at a certain point where she was just making one of those super unappealing faces, and I thought about taking the picture and sending it to you, just to go, this is what I'm referencing when I bring this up. Because it didn't even look like her anymore, and it's weird how a battle axe can make a face, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, who is that? And then,
Sure.
yeah, it's weird. It's like they morph. The chop block by Jericho, and he works that into the walls. He does that twice. And I think that's such a brilliant way it's way better than any other way to put your opponent in the walls, is that chop block where he latches on and then flips him into the walls. Beautiful. Why doesn't he do that? That should have been the setup to the walls.
I think it's more of a back targeted submission though, no?
I think it's lower body and back into lower body. I think it's a combo pack.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad thought. Yeah, I'm surprised he doesn't use it more often.
Yeah.
I think it's more of like a defensive move nowadays. You like catch a kick and then like just kind of throw him in there.
Right. It's the standard way, but I think the chop block into the walls is a much better way to go about it. Wins the match with a running enziguri, which I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I didn't either.
It took Jericho a while to figure out a second finisher other than the walls of Jericho. He was doing the skull crushing finale for a bit, but it was like a shitty version of Miz's. He did like this like a reverse DDT deal for a little bit. Now he's doing the enziguri for a finisher, which he's not like a martial artist, so I don't know if that's what he should be doing, but Codebreaker worked for him eventually when he found it. And the old Judas effect, of course, which we all love. But yeah, no, Jericho wins with the enziguri, which again caught me off guard as well. After Trish tries to get involved, she interrupts the walls of Jericho. Tomko tries to take advantage of the distraction, but knocks Trish off the apron, and that allows Jericho to take advantage. Gets the win, and yeah, I mean, this felt like a Raw match to me, but with the injury of Christian, I don't know if that threw a monkey wrench into their plans, or I don't know, Jericho versus Edge or something. Like, there's probably different ways they could have gone with this.
Right, but if that throws a monkey wrench into your plans, you don't say, well, here's Tomko, deal with this. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't seem like you can just throw it. Oh, you just throw it away or find somewhere else to go. Like, I don't think that unless you had giant plans for Tomko. And because if Tomko went over, then I could say, okay, there was a reason for this. But if this is Tomko's pay-per-view debut and there was a monkey wrench because of Christian's injury, and you're sliding Tomko into the spot to face Jericho at this event, then give Tomko the victory if you're going to build something out of him. But they're not. So if they're not doing fucking anything with it, fucking don't do anything with it. You know what I mean? Like, just don't.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. It is odd that he just lost in his first match. And now who gives a shit about Tomko now?
Right. Build. Jericho didn't need the victory. It's not like they're not going into a fucking feud.
Yeah. I think ultimately it's more about Jericho versus Trish here than anything. But again, like, what's the payoff? You can have Jericho versus Trish in a one-on-one match.
I'll take a payoff from Trish.
Oh, yeah?
Hello. Come on now.
Did Tomko stick around for a while?
A
I
little
think he
while.
stuck around for like a year.
Oh yeah. Yeah, don't have many memories of him really.
He doesn't have a greatest hits album.
I remember he was kind of a big deal on Heat
Flash
for a
in the
while.
pan.
Yeah, he was the big.
Oh yeah.
He was the
Dude,
big
I don't
draw
know.
on Heat.
I don't know why I remember this so vividly, but they were doing this thing where his finisher was the big boot, and he would just hit it on a guy, and then they would just be knocked out, and they would like ring the bell right away, like without a pin. He was just knocking guys out.
Are you
with his
sure that
big
wasn't
boot.
Test?
Test also had a good big boot,
Okay.
but it is Tomko.
Okay.
Yes.
I trust you.
Outside of that, yeah, it's just Christian's bodyguard that loses matches. So, anyways, also interesting tidbit on commentary in this one. Apparently, Jericho is the first man in WWE to hold 5 different titles in WWE, which I thought was pretty interesting.
That is
I would
interesting.
have guessed. I guess they didn't used to have a bunch of titles. So
Right. But what? Oh, because he's got both of the championships.
and he's a hardcore
That's gotta
champion,
be it.
European champion, IC
European,
champion.
yeah. Okay. I'm with you.
So if that's ever a trivia question for you guys anywhere, now
Okay.
you got it in your noggin. You're welcome.
It's up there.
It's like a Grand Slam +1.
Something like that. Something like that. But speaking of Grand Slams, bases are loaded. Boom. Randy Orton's here. Hitting a home run of a promo. I don't know. But Randy Orton's here. He's got his match with Shelton later in the night. He's backstage with, I think it's Toddy Grish.
Oh yeah. It's TG, the Tigger.
Oh, Tigger, please. Todd Grisham is here and interviewing Randy Orton, the longest reigning intercontinental champion of the past 7 years. My goodness. About 6 months, which is, whatever. Randy says he's distracted by the audience as he's cutting this promo. He's like, look at the way he looks to the side. Hey, don't boo me. It's like, I think they're all around, Randy. You don't need to look over there. But
It's fucking gold, man.
dude, I
kind
love
of like this.
It's so I before they go into they show the video package of these two guys, and for some reason there's like a blood lens around the outside, which was interesting. But he's back there with old Toddy G, and he's cutting his regular promo. He's like, it's the 6 month, the half-year anniversary of me holding this chair, and I was like, yeah, thanks, Tony Khan. I give a fuck about 6 months. Like, why are we
guys.
celebrating just insignificant anniversaries? We're not. All right. I don't give a shit about your half-year anniversary. I never will. Right. And then he's cutting the promo. He just stops, like you said, and looks over. Don't boo me. Like, I thought there was like like people walking by him that he was yelling at. I had no idea who he was talking about.
which, by the way, they weren't really booing him.
No, it was crickets. It was crickets. Don't boo me.
He got him to boo him though.
He did.
He
But
got him.
the problem is that he turns back to go cut his promo, and they've stopped booing him. And then he turns again like he's talking to him, goes, okay, you want to boo me? I'm on my way out. And he starts, cameraman, follow me. And he goes, you want to see great? This is what greatness is. And he fucking doesn't walk into the arena because he doesn't realize that there's a fucking second curtain. That fucking dickhead.
This is what. Oh,
This is
what.
He walked. Take a look at greatness. Oh shit, they can't see me yet. Hold on 1 second. I'll be there in a minute. This is what greatness looks like. You gotta know. You have to know if you're doing that promo, right? You have to know that there's 2 curtains. You talk through the first curtain, and then you show them greatness. You don't double down on the line because you didn't know where the fucking curtains were.
All right.
Horrible. Funny as hell.
It was a Spinal Tap kind of moment.
It was a Spinal Tap moment.
I would agree. But he ends up finding the crowd and cuts a really good it was silly the way he got there, but he's just walking through the crowd. You're fat, you're gay. Like, he's just talking shit on every person in the audience. And your jobs suck, and I'm the champion, yada, yada, yada. But he's walking through the crowd, eventually makes his way into the ring. He's like, when I have my match much later in the night, you're going to see. Which, as he's in his gear and shit. And then, of course, old Shelton Benjamin comes out. with his gear on, and then he gets in the ring. He's like, "Hey, I don't know if you noticed, but we both have our wrestling garments on. let's do this right now." And then, like 1 millisecond later, there's a referee in there ringing the bell. Which I guess that's all you need. It's like, hey, maybe we just do it right now, and then everything's thrown, whatever. But that's how we get there.
Shelton is so skilled in the ring. If you could have just like a third of what he has in the ring on the mic, he would have been amazing. But on the mic, he's just not there. And it's so funny when, like you said, he's like, your gear's on, and well, look. Turns out
the devil.
Mine's on too.
I didn't realize it, but I got my shit on. Like, we could have it right now. Like, no, Shelton. And he pulls his voice goes lower, and he speaks with less like what's the word I'm looking for? Projection. So there's points in his promo you can't pick up on what the fuck he's saying.
Diction. He's not a very dictive boy.
He's got no dick. So
dickless.
I want him to be more dick, and he doesn't got it in him. And I love Shelton Benjamin. Big fan.
I feel like he has
big fan. He's got he
puts some on him, I guess.
Well, he puts some in you, but
maybe
just the promo itself, and like I'm watching it, wanting him to hit like a line, right? Hit a fucking power line, and his power line was, I got my gear on too. Like, mine as well. We're both here, right? We're going to schedule to do it. And like, how is it like having a match now versus having a match 45 minutes from now really puts your opponent in a bind? It fucking doesn't.
Well, some people are, they have their routines. Maybe Randy didn't do his stretches, his Hindu squats.
Okay.
Right. His breathing exercises. And,
gotcha.
Great point. Yeah.
Didn't think that way.
That's what you get for coming out with your tights on, though.
It's true.
Now, that begs the question. If Randy Orton was wearing, I don't know, a slack, maybe. Maybe he had a button-up on and some sort of chino action.
Okay.
Dress shoes, the whole garb. Do you think Shelton would have come out and demanded the match?
I mean, he could have come out and demanded the match, but I don't think that he would have been wiser for it.
Shelton?
Yeah.
I think if Randy's in wrestling in loafers.
No, but the ref's not going to run out there in that situation. The referee's going to see.
The ref seemed pretty eager to get this match. I think you could have swayed this ref pretty easily.
But the ref's going to see, like, hey, he's not prepared to compete. We're going to wait, right? I think he's got to be in at least his guy. And he was wearing a T-shirt, right? Randy was, so it tells you maybe he's not completely ready. I'm not sure.
I don't trust these refs personally, so... A lot of shady characters backstage.
I think we got Jack Doan officiating this one.
Officiating a Randy Orton versus Shelton Benjamin
Hell
for
of
the
a matchup.
Intercontinental title. I mean, Shelton, I'm so glad to be revisiting this era. There's not a lot of good stuff here in 2004, but the stuff that's good is good. And Shelton Benjamin, the fact that he just went from undercard tag team guy to like electric like singles guy, it's so like a snap of a finger is incredible. I mean, his match with Triple H on Raw, that famous one, is just so good. He had another one that was really good. And then now we have this. Like, he was just on fire at this point in 2004. I dare say maybe he should have come out of this with the win, but great match nonetheless, though. What'd you guys make of this one?
It's a fantastic match. I think that Shelton would have benefited from being in Evolution, maybe more than anybody else. You know what I mean? Like Shelton would have super benefited from being in a position like that. And I think that they gave Shelton and tried Shelton so many different ways to get him to that next level, and it never quite popped. I don't know why. It's got to be a charisma thing. Watching this, and I know it's going to sound ridiculous, but could this have evolved into this generation Steamboat match? You got, you know what I mean? Like Shelton, not great on the stick. Steamboat was never great on the stick. Amazing in the ring. You got Randy, who's great on the stick and in the ring. So if they would have stuck with it a little bit, could you draw that? Could they have played this out more and maybe built to something bigger in this situation? Because I don't think that the comparison is too far off.
I mean, they're both in their early 20s here.
Yeah.
I think they're both still going strong here 20 plus years later, but a couple of Hall of Fame talents I would have liked to have seen more
Yeah, because this was pretty much just
more
a
out of
one and
these
done
guys.
thing. And yeah, I agree. This could have been something significant. I was thinking like, when could have Shelton won the world title? Because like next year you got Batista's red hot. You can't really get in front of that. I feel like the end of the year though, like Randy wins it from Benoit. You could have easily just gone back to Randy and Shelton for the world title, I think, and just kept Randy heel. I think that would have been something. I mean, maybe both guys weren't developed enough to really carry a feud on their own, but maybe they would be. It would have been better than just going back to H, I think. But
Right. And you got to have Shelton would have benefited from a mouthpiece like Rick. You know what I mean? Having somebody like that in his corner. I think there's when you have a guy that talented, I think there is ways to find him a spot in that upper card area.
So you're thinking Shelton takes Randy's spot in Evolution?
That would have worked for me. Yeah.
I like that a lot, actually. Wow. That could have been something. But yeah, no, I mean, we've seen it with him in the Hurt Business. Like he thrives when he has a mouthpiece and he's just able to go in there and just kick ass. He was still good 21 years ago. Crazy. But yeah, no good stuff here. Shelton's beating Randy all over the ring, taking advantage of the impromptu match. Fun offense from both guys. You got the Randy like rack into a neck breaker that he used to do, which is sick. The Shelton Dragon Whip kick. You got Shelton with the T-bone suplex, which is his finish, but then Flair comes out, puts Randy's foot on the ropes to save him, and then Shelton rips Rick in, which, I mean, Ric Flair might have been the MVP of this match. He's in there, big backdrop.
It's not a smart move to bring another man in the ring.
Yeah, not the wisest. He does put Ric Flair, Shelton does, in a figure four, which is just pure gold.
This is a hell of a spot.
But then, he has Flair in the figure four, and then Randy comes to try to break it up, rolls him up in a small package with the figure four locked in. Come on, man. So good.
It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. And I'm not like I generally don't like run-ins, just like in general, unless there's a real reason for it. You know what I mean? Like if it feels special or it feels like it's needed. In this situation, I don't know that I felt like it was needed for Rick to do. But then when it started happening and he throws like Rick's walking away and he's kind of strutting away and Shelly chases him down and throws him back in the ring. And then Rick's taking bumps, which is always good. But then they work to that Shelton putting Rick in the four. I wish he would have done a little bit more theatrics going into the figure four, do the Ric Flair theatrics going into it.
Right.
But when he rolls Orton up while Rick's in the figure four, I'm sold. You know what I mean? Like they built to something that made it awesome. So I was in on this. Oh, big time. Big time.
Crowd really wanted Shelton to win this one.
Yeah, I wanted a 3 count there pretty bad, but wasn't quite enough.
Nope, because Shelton, he keeps going. Big crossbody off the top rope. Randy rolls through it, rolls up Shelton with the tights, and gets the quick 1, 2, 3, retains the title, and you feel the wind get sucked out of the arena. But that's the mark of, that's what they were aiming to do. So I guess they hit the mark as far as what they were going for. But ultimately, really good match, and I think both guys came out looking great. So
did I mishear the crowd when Shelly threw the figure four on Nate? It sounded like they were booing.
There were a few boos for Shelton.
Okay,
sparsed in this match for whatever reason. Yeah, people loved Randy though at this point. Like he was red hot too. So just two young bulls out there. In an era where you're hungry for just young, good wrestlers. So I'm sure both these guys had their fans.
Yeah, that Legend Killer run was a great run.
Arguably his best run of his career, which is saying something.
Yeah.
Given the length of it. But, well, anyway, Matt and Lita are porking backstage.
Yeah.
Lita seems to have gotten some enhancement talent there somewhere along the way. When did that happen? Do you know?
That's a good question. Because she doesn't really show it often, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Because eventually she does.
We can agree that somewhere along the way, enhancement talent stepped in. I just don't know when it was. And when this happened, I went, oh boy, I thought that she developed a little bit later.
Let's see here. 1999. Wait, hold on. Yeah, 99. She got it according to this website.
Oh,
Really?
What culture?
maybe she got an upgrade.
Yeah, could have been.
Got new ones bolted on. Yeah, maybe. So Lita's in a women's title match later, and Matt Hardy's there. They've gotten back together on screen. He's there to comfort her and tongue her or whatever. Eric Bischoff and security pops in as they're smooching. He's like, "Hey, Matt, you're kicked from the building. If you don't leave, Lita's out of the match." And I just have like, when did she start porking Edge? Is it now? Is it like during this?
It's got to be around this time period because by 2005, SummerSlam 2005 is when they have that giant match.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing it's probably around now is when they're old, giving the hot beef injection.
Yeah, because I think it was when they both Edge and Lita were both injured.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the situation. They were both like rehabbing, and that's how they connected. And they're both back from rehab.
No. Matt was injured. He was off the road. So Lita was traveling with Edge while Matt was off the road.
Oh, is that what it is?
I believe that's what it is. Yeah. Like I always say, don't bring your wife to the ring.
Yeah, not a good situation.
No. But this segment doesn't make sense to me because it makes you believe that something like Matt Hardy's going to do something. Right? Doesn't it make you believe like, hey, we're going to ban you from the, and he's like, he got 60 seconds to figure this out. And Matt's like, nah, I got to go. I got to go. And Lisa, but I don't want you to go. Shut the fuck up. All right. Shut the fuck up. It's a world title shout. There's this fucking broad out of her mind. You got a chance for the belt. He's got to go. Matt knows he's got to go. She's got a chance for the belt. But I don't want you to. God, it fucking pisses me off. Get your head out of your ass. Stop thinking with your dick, Lita.
It's like, well, Matt doesn't even have a match. Like, what is he just gonna sit there and catering?
Right. Jesus Christ.
Women, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Cut me a piece.
What do you guys think of Bischoff's character work here? He's got to be the evil GM, right?
Yeah.
He's kind of throwing his weight.
But I mean,
around.
maybe not if you listen to this. It's the Serpent of Pleasure over here. He's just a loving, caring uncle.
I don't quite see it the same way.
Go ahead. Tell me how this was. Was he looking to take care of Lita?
No, well, see, when you say it like that, you make it sound dirty.
Well, go take that. That's what Kane's doing. But
he is explaining to Matt that in order to keep this match on the level, right? He doesn't want emotions to get involved. He wants to make sure that it's a clean match. That Matt's he's got to leave. He's got to leave because he's concerned. He put on this 4-way for the ladies' title, right? And Matt Hardy, knowing he's going to be a little bit emotional, a little bit caught up, he might do something he doesn't need to do, doesn't want to do. And then Bischoff's going to have to fine him, right? He doesn't want to be out of money. He's trying to protect the match. He's putting on a great match, and he doesn't need anybody like Matt Hardy to be running out there with all this stuff. Dude, what are you doing? Playing Tecmo Bowl? What the fuck? This son of a bitch every week with this guy. So you got to protect the match. So he's got to explain to him like, hey man, you got to go. You just got to go. We got to protect Lita. We got to protect our other talent in the ring. Right? We don't need you running out there and causing problems. It's a smart play. He's looking out. He's protecting the Raw brand for this Raw exclusive.
Just you got to throw him out of the building, though.
Yes, he does.
Could just ban him from ringside.
No, do you trust him if he's in the building? I don't.
What's he gonna do from the building if he's not ringside?
If he's watching the match and Lita's in a really bad, compromising position, and he's just in catering, right, sucking off a churro or pounding a chili dog, whatever he's doing,
the opposite,
buttering a biscuit, he's gonna throw that biscuit down. He's gonna run to the ring. You can't risk that. And
that biscuit on the ground, I mean, you're just asking for ants. So
it's a real liability because buttery can be slippery.
That's actually a really good point.
Yeah.
I did not think of it that way. Maybe I should have.
Yeah.
maybe he's backstage and he hits the button and the Hell in a Cell falls on everybody.
That's an oops, right? There's a lot of things to consider
That's
here.
at play.
I don't think that Eric's being evil, like you say. I think that he's really doing a quality job.
What I think he should have done is like plant some dope or something back there, right?
He just get it from his brother.
Well, I'm saying Bish could have used that as like an excuse to throw him out of there, and that would have been like a legit reason, you know? Something
Sprinkle some
like
crack
that.
on him.
We
Get out here, yeah.
found dope. But Matt's got an easy out there, too. He's just like, that's my brother's. Nobody's going to not believe him.
His brother's not there though.
Is he in rehab?
Possession's 9/10 of the law, dude.
He's not there. That's all I know. I think he might be in TNA at this point, maybe. No, I don't know.
So he should be in rehab.
Yeah. Well, that carries us to the aforementioned women's title 4-way. We got the champion, Victoria, defending against Trish Stratus, Lita, and Gail Kim. I mean, you can't get a better lineup for the women's division than this in this time period, I think.
No, you cannot.
I like me some Gail Kim, man.
Yeah, me too. Hey, you guys seen that picture of Gail Kim and Trish topless together?
Craven Asian? I think it was on Craven Asian.
Was it? No, it's just a real thing. There's actually they were. Go ahead, look it up. Prove me wrong. Gail Kim, Trish Stratus topless. They were like models.
Yeah.
Yeah, popped up right away, didn't it?
Oh, yeah.
No,
Talking
I'm just
about
seeing
your
their
boner.
wrestling. I'm seeing. No, I don't.
I think out of these four, I'd
Oh God, do I got to send it to you?
I think you might.
Not a
I'm
problem.
only seeing like cleavage shots of their wrestling. Gail Kim. Are you sure it was Gail Kim?
Yep.
Sure it wasn't like what's another Asian wrestler? Asuka or something? No.
Kimono Wanalea.
Kimono Wanalea. It might have been her.
No, there's one. Yeah.
I'm not finding it.
They didn't take it down. There's no way.
They scrubbed it from the whole internet. I don't think
I don't think that's possible.
Man, I got to say, if I had the choice, I'd probably take Gail Kim up to the Playhouse
Well, yeah.
between these four.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. I mean, Trish was pretty, this is a good period for Trish Stratus, just kind of
That's
bitchy,
true.
but,
I think those cans would probably knock me out pretty quick, though. those are weapons, man.
wear a helmet, man, like all of us.
I don't wear a
You gotta
helmet.
be-
Sorry, I'll go back to my search.
Go back down there.
Yeah, you're gonna lose me the entire episode. Let me just-
Yeah, it's,
I'm gonna stop looking for that. I'll find it. And I'll send it to you.
I'll be back, guys. I'll be back in 3 to 45 minutes.
Yeah, but I don't wear a helmet. What were you talking about again?
Just some good old grapples. Just a good wrestling contest here from four ladies.
Yeah, kind of starts out with a melee.
Big melee. Got a little Victoria and Gail Kim going at it in the ring. Trish and Lita going at it out the ring. It was a pretty typical 2004 women's match where it's like they're working hard. There's some good stuff in here, but it's definitely very rushed.
Yeah.
I don't know. What'd you guys? It was pretty quick, but what'd you guys make of this?
I like the spot early on when Victoria bends over and shakes her ass before delivering a moonsault. Very classy move.
Yeah, that's her big move.
You fucking pervert.
There's a spot in here where Lita locks in what they call a Bob Backlund roll-up.
Yeah.
You catch that?
Yep.
I figured that probably had to be your highlight of the match.
You
huh?
put Trish Stratus and Gail Kim and Victoria with Lita in the same ring, and then you reference Bob Backlund and don't expect me to guck? Come on. Let's be realistic. Let's be realistic here. Gail Kim, she locks in like some type of and I don't even know what the move is called. It's like a combination of like an octopus mixed with like a Rings of Saturn move. It was fucking gnarly submission.
You talking
Rings
about
of
when
Puss.
Victoria was erect?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we all were.
Yeah, when she was standing up and she locked that thing in.
Yeah, man. I'd like her to lock that in.
It's like an upside down arm bar, but also octopussy kind of.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, octopushy.
Octopussy, like the adjective, but
Right. Like
but,
8 vaginas.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's all Asians have them.
Have 8?
Yeah. Fun fact. Go ahead.
What?
Look at one next time you see an Asian.
You're going to lose
You-
me
I
for
don't
another
think
20
you guys
minutes?
You got more. Was it Somalians you got up there? Yeah.
Up in Minnesota, yeah. We're just covered.
It's lousy with
We're just
Somalians. I
them
think.
and they're 3.
Well, Lita hits a pretty gnarly DDT to Gail Kim, plants her, but then Trish Stratus with the schoolgirl out the back door to Lita gets the 1-2-3 out of nowhere.
Why does it got to be a schoolgirl?
Because she's a girl.
Can't
dude.
be a school person?
A school they?
Yeah.
No, it's a schoolgirl. All right.
It's a schoolboy. The room's a fucking schoolboy. It's always been a schoolboy.
Come on now.
And I don't like Victoria losing the title without losing.
It's the stakes of
That's
the
it, right.
stakes of the match, man.
Yeah,
This was
they were
kind of
really
a wild
trying.
match.
It was chaotic. It was, and they were trying with Victoria. I just don't think she ever really caught fire. Not in the way that Trish and Lita did.
Right.
They recently changed her music because she used to come out to Tattoo, but now she's coming out to the go 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 like that music.
I'm gonna get my bad self. My bad self. My bad self. Give it
Dude.
to the bad self.
The first time she came out to it, she does this dance like to
Yeah.
the beat, like
Yeah.
long, like it's like a minute long. She's dancing on the stage, and it was terrible.
Yeah, it's horrible.
But she's figured it out. Now she comes out like Cesaro style with the suit, and she rips off the suit, and then she just walks to the ring, which I think is fine. But other than that,
Yeah, there's a lot of ways this match could have been better, I suppose.
if Matt Hardy was out there,
Nope.
Okay.
Banned. Got to get him away.
shit, I forgot. Tomko's out there though, so that's okay.
Yeah, but they kick his ass out too.
Yeah, they do, and he's not really a threat.
No, he's
As we've
Tomko. He
established
just
already,
lost.
Great point.
Pudding comes to mind.
With Tomko?
No.
Oh,
Pudding.
Match. Yeah. Got a little pudding
Sure.
action, right? Yeah.
B&P?
a 4-way BNP in the pudding match.
Oh, come on.
Oh man,
Right?
I like that.
that's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
You don't want to outshine the Hell in a Cell match, though, I think is the thing. So I think that's why they didn't go that route.
Quite honestly, that would have.
Save it for next time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Saved for
I
later.
All right. Well, Trish is new champion. Good stuff.
Trishalicious, JR says.
Is that like Raw
You like it?
exclusive?
Kinda.
Gotcha. Trishalicious
type.
is a Raw exclusive.
Trishalicious. Yeah.
Did King ever call Gail Kim like a satisfying little fortune cookie or anything like that?
Well, they would always reference her martial arts.
Yeah.
She doesn't fucking do martial. She's
She's a
wrestles.
submission artist. Yeah.
She's submissions.
Yeah.
All her
Yeah,
kung fu. All.
Yeah, there's at least something Thai in there somewhere, whether it be a kwando or a noodle.
The Thai noodle. Gail
Yeah,
Kim. You're right. I do. I don't know why I lied to myself. Well, no Thai noodles in this next match. We just got a noodle head, and we got Eugene versus Jonathan Coachman. Oh man, the battle of the ages. I unfortunately did not hate this match.
No.
Eugene, look. Would I bring a Eugene character in nowadays? Probably not. But like at the time, like you said, Eugene, I think he portrayed this character as well as it could have been portrayed. I think Coachman was a good foil, as silly as it was. But I mean, you said you've worked with Eugene. Do you have any like insights?
I've been in a match with Eugene.
Oh yeah, how was that?
It was amazing. I've had the pleasure of sharing the locker room with him a number of times, and working a match with him was just incredible. Like the guy sitting there, the knowledge that he has, and like kind of watching the way that he listens to the other guys in the match when everything's getting put together, and while he's like, "Nah, don't do that."
Right.
We'll see how it feels. Like it's such a pro as far as that goes. So I talked to him about this match specifically. Was I think the third show that I worked with him. Actually, the night that I was in the match with him. Yeah, and he fucked me up. But I asked him about this match specifically because after the first show that I worked with him, my wife fell in love with him as a character. Right, because he does a lot of fun, creative things while he's out in front of the crowd, and so when we got home from that show, I threw this match on because I wanted to show her a singles match and how he is as creative as he is, and he does the spot where he crosses his legs and just rolls around and rolls around
Right.
and rolls around, and all of a sudden you just see his hand pop up. Coach grabs it and he rolls it. So that move specifically is the one that I asked him about. I told him, I said, "Hey man, after we worked the first show we worked together, my wife, huge fan of yours now, wanted to show her something. I showed her the match at Bad Blood. So, but I got to ask, that move where you just start rolling around you just sit there and cross your legs and then they start rolling you around and right away he goes, "Oh yeah, Lady by the Lake." And I was like, "Run that by me again?" He goes, "Yeah, it's called Lady by the Lake." And I was like, "What do you mean? I've never seen that shit before. And you're dropping Lady by the Lake. The move has a name. Where did you get it?" And he goes, "Oh, that's me and Fit and William." And I was like, "And you guys just decided to call it Lady by the Lake?" Apparently, that's a move that was borrowed from old British wrestling. That was brought to him and said, "Use this," and it was amazing. But as far as like a guy to work with, to create a match with, to be in the ring, like I said, shared a small time amount ring in the ring with him. I've managed against him numerous times. He's unbelievable to work with. He's a true pro. Like just the feel of the crowd, his ability to ad lib in matches is just off the charts. And even when he asked me where I found this match, and I told him it was on the network. And he goes,
Right.
"Wait a second." He goes, "They didn't scrub old Eugene?" He thought that they eliminated Eugene, right? That Eugene was non-existent. He goes, I could have sworn they would have scrubbed old Eugene off the record now. I went, "Nope, not yet, man." So, and it's a gimmick that he's still using, is still getting over when he does come out. He's fantastic, man.
Right.
I can't say enough positive things about him.
So the lady by the lake is when he at the very beginning when he puts himself in like a leg lock and it's just what's the point of that? it's
Confuse your opponent, man.
Yeah, you confuse your opponent and then you roll them up.
Oh.
And just it's so funny just to see that hand pop up out of nowhere. He's ready for him, right?
Well, I guess I gotta grab it. Like,
Right.
what else are you gonna do? How else am I gonna get him out of this ball?
Right.
It was very funny, but I couldn't figure out what he was going for there.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just a mind game thing or
It's fantastic.
what. But I like when he hops on Coach's back, rides him like a horse. And then when he sends Coach, that was probably the best part of the match for me is when he sends Coach into the ropes and they're doing like a crisscross and he goes to the outside to check out the stuffed animal and Coach keeps running the ropes.
Dude, it's gotta be
Very
like
fun
Eugene's best match, right? This is like the perfect situation for Eugene. Just like have fun with his opponent, make him look like a silly goose.
Yeah.
But then like still like show his wrestling chops. Like I thought it was beautifully done.
Well, he's a super talented wrestler. You know what I mean? Like he actually can go in the ring. Very creative. I don't know. I don't have anything bad to say about the guy. In ring, especially like when you take a match like this, like in your mind, you're going, okay, it's versus Coach. It might just eat shit, right? It might suck just flobby donkey dick. And nobody would be surprised if it did. But there was a lot of entertainment value to this match. Like when he started rolling Coach around He had him in like a body lock with his
Yes.
legs and started rolling around, and you could tell Coach was done getting rolled around. but then only Eugene.
Eugene was not.
Eugene decided he was still going to roll him around a couple more times. Fucking beautiful, man.
This is the way he like threads like the silliness, like wanting to play with his opponent, but with like the actual wrestling technique.
Yeah.
Like being able to allow him to do that is just like
He goes full JYD on Coach.
oh, the headbutts, the
Yeah.
pee.
And then he
Puts his leg on him.
takes a pills.
I think he should have whipped his hog out though. In
Yeah?
hindsight, that would just a note,
Okay.
food for thought.
Okay.
Could have helped.
Well, that blonde babe came strolling down.
With the cookies, with her
Platter of
cookie.
cookies.
Jared was so enthusiastic about not knowing who she was. Why does it fucking matter? It's a broad in a bikini holding a fucking plate of cookies. What? I don't know who that is. Who gives a fuck? She's there in a bikini with cookies. We don't know quite who that is. Fuck you. I don't care who it is.
It's all good things.
Yeah.
He should have been asking what type of cookies are they?
Right.
Were they homemade? Did this lady make the
Could
cookies?
have made the cookies in the bikini.
Is it like a Beagle Boy situation? Is there a foreign object in the baked good?
cookies. Gotcha.
You know?
Oh, that could have been something.
Yeah, but the Beagle Boys, that was always a cake.
You fucking idiot.
That's true. You can
Yeah.
fit a more substantial foreign object in a cake for sure.
Right. Yeah, you can't do much with cookies. Maybe she had the foreign object.
Maybe she was the foreign object.
Eh.
Oh boy, I'd like to use that foreign object.
That's
Oh,
Gail
yeah.
Kim.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you are. I wasn't letting that one slide.
Huh? Well, the cookies come out. You might be at home asking, why did a lady with cookies come out in a bikini? Well, to distract Eugene, which it works. She comes out. Eugene's like, I want a cookie, but she wouldn't.
Yeah.
I can't really blame him.
No.
Lady in a bikini, cookie, 2 check marks to me. I'd probably be
Irresistible.
distracted as well.
Yep.
And then she's eating a cookie. Then Coach attacks from behind, probably in cahoots with this lady. Throws Eugene in the ring. Eugene hulks up, and we get a lot of Bob Backlund based offense here. Atomic drops, inverted atomic drops. I mean, just
The swing.
all of it, all of the 1950s offense getting pulled out. And you know what this match needs? A little Garrison Cade. Garrison Cade comes out, the kind of protege, I guess, the lackey of Jonathan Coachman comes out, takes the teddy bear that Eugene was distracted by earlier in the match, takes the teddy, decapitates the bear. My goodness, the humanity. Then he holds Eugene from the apron. Coach accidentally runs into Lance Cade or Garrett, whatever, Lance Cade, and Eugene's able to hit the rock bottom and a people's elbow to Jonathan Coachman and gets the 1, 2, 3. Bing, bang, boom. The Jonathan Coachman pay-per-view streak is over. Historic. Thoughts?
Eugene's still undefeated.
There you go. Dominant. Let's get him a
That's
world title shot.
That's a pretty good thing he's got going here.
Man, you look at. I mean, it's in the ring with the Hulkster, the Rock, Stone Cold, me. Right, the guy's been around.
He's seen both ends of the spectrum. Yep.
How do we feel about this gimmick, though? You know, being a special guy.
It's a weird choice. It feels unnecessary, but like he was able to make chicken salad out of chicken shit a bit, I think, because like the crowd was kind of into it.
Obviously he's portraying a superstar Jimmy, but he's
Right.
he's fucking gold at it. Like he does very well at that character, and I
It's a
think
very endearing character.
100%. And I think the fact that it got to the heights that it got to, and obviously there was some help along the way, right? Having Rock help him out along the way. You know what I mean? Like they gave him some big names to kind of give him the endorsement there. But he's still making money, making towns with this character. And that, I think from from my standpoint, that's all you need to know about this character, if it worked or not, how I feel about it. If he's still making towns and people are still loving this character is acceptable.
Yeah. And I think in the context of pro wrestling, like people don't care if people do this for movies or TV shows. You know, they play somebody with a certain ailment. So to me, it's fair game. Like, you know, if it's not good, people are not going to react to it, and then it'll be off TV. But people were into it, so I think it deserved a spot. And I think, you know.
Yeah. I mean, they got that one show with that doctor that's a superstar, Jimmy, right?
I'm unfamiliar.
Yeah.
Grey's Anatomy?
No, I don't know. Some doctor show, and the guy's a full-on superstar. So
not allowed to be doctors?
I mean, I don't know if he's supposed to call them they or not. I don't know what the rules are. But I think that, like, you know, if that can be on TV, why can't old Eugene be out there?
And he's like relatively tame with it. He's not like, you know, I'm not going to do it, but like, you know what I mean?
You were going to do it. You were going to do the superstar salute.
He does it. He doesn't do the double T special, you know,
right.
He does the impression.
I just love how he's just a classic hardcore wrestling fan.
Yeah.
At heart, you know, and you see him in his move choice too. You know, it's like you were talking about hand job, Kyle. Just straight out of the 50s. You know, with that fireman swing, the atomic drop, just stuff you love seeing.
Yeah. And Junkyard Dog, everything. Lady of the Lake. He's a very eclectic moveset from this Eugene. So,
and Regal comes out there. He was like banned from ringside, I think, during the match.
Yes.
But he comes out and they celebrate and they have some comedy gags between the two of them. And
great pairing.
Yeah, I love that dynamic.
Oh, for sure.
Like Regal he was like the babysitter for Eugene originally, and then Regal didn't like it, but then he like slowly like started to
the fucking training videos of Regal training with Eugene is some of the most like classic comedy gold that Regal has ever put on tape. Like just the reaction of when Eugene gets it and he's,
my goodness, he could wrestle.
It's an interesting accent you did there.
Oi! I can't.
That's fine.
But yeah, no, so good stuff all around there. Eugene and Coach. Potential match of the night, but or maybe not. Maybe it's this next match. We got the World Heavyweight title on the line. The champion, Chris Benoit, defending against Kane. Not a lot of build to this. Kane just won a battle royal to become number one contender.
That was it.
Benoit was busy being tag champions with Edge. Kane was busy impregnating Lita. So they both had kind of their own things going separately. But now we're here. One-on-one match. World title. I thought this was better than I remember it being. I haven't seen this match in a while. It took a while to kick in, but ultimately I think this ended up being a pretty damn good match. What do you guys think?
You felt like it took a while to kick in.
Kane, like at the beginning, it was like goofy Kane stuff. It's just like, you know, the Kane deal.
Right, but you didn't like that Benoit came out and just took the fight right to Kane?
I did particularly note the intensity at the beginning was great.
Chopped.
I mean, even just like the face-off between the two, I was like, oh, this is good shit.
Yeah.
Then it kind of went to a lull for a little bit, but I think most of the match it hit for me.
I thought this was, I mean, Benoit is amazing. Like his offense is so outstanding, but then the way that he bumps, it's really easy to pull sympathy. So like he works both ways. The guy's a fucking pro. I got lost in this match quickly and enjoyed the hell out of it. Like it's one of those matches. Like I tell Duke all the time on our show, if I notice that I'm not taking a lot of notes about a match, it's because I'm fully invested in what I'm watching. And this is one that I was fully invested in what I was watching. Out of the gates, Benoit stepping straight to the monster, right? And there's a sizable difference. And like to Duke's point earlier, Benoit is already, he's taken the tumble. He's been in a match. got thrown to the steps, had that reciprocating orgasm spasm. So
Sure.
he is taking the fight to Kane, which makes it that much more intense to me in the grand scheme, right? So I was fully invested in this match, fully.
Man, first thing I noticed was Kane's teeth are looking a lot better than they did during our last season of the show.
Your last was Kane in your.
He was
Last
a
season?
dentist.
That's
Last
right.
time around.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, and definitely. He's more attractive than Isaac Yankem, I would say, if nothing else. Maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, we did a special episode. I think we're probably due for another one where it's kind of an Ed Leslie type of special where we talk about guys with several different gimmicks. And Kane, there were several different versions of the Kane character once he landed there, so that might be fun to explore.
Yeah.
But I also dug this match. Lots of good power offense by Kane. We see a sharpshooter from Benoit. That was cool to see.
Hell yeah.
And then like a couple of sets of 3 Germans in a row.
Which is visually so impressive looking. To do it to a guy so much bigger than you like that. Crazy.
Yeah. I think one of the best parts of this match, though, and I forget exactly where it was, but my wife came downstairs while I'm watching it, taking notes, and JR says he heard it, he saw it, and my wife chimes in with like this partial JR type of an accent for no apparent reason, and she goes, "Heard it, saw it, Benoit it," and then she goes, "Uh-oh." And then she goes, "Write it down." And I said, "Write it down." She goes, "Yeah, heard it, saw it, Benoit it. Write it down." I said, "You got it, man." And that'd be rolling pretty good. Didn't expect
Put that on a
one.
t-shirt.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. I mean, you good?
Oh, it's a cool bit, the Undertaker and Kane, the bit where they sit up. Like that was cool in this one where, Benoit would dish out the 3 Germans in a row, but Kane just sits back up,
Right.
So he really had to bring it to Kane, but I thought it was a good I thought these guys worked pretty good together.
Yeah, a lot better than I anticipated. Yeah, the story here is that like can Benoit put his submissions on Kane, and Kane's opening up. He's powering out of sharpshooters, powering out of crossfaces. But Benoit keeps coming, like you mentioned, the German suplexes. He hits 6 of them to Kane. Tries to lock in the crossface, but Kane powers out, hits a choke slam for a 2 count. Goes for a tombstone, but Benoit fights out. At some point, Kane goes for a flying clothesline, but Benoit catches him into a crossface. And I didn't remember how this match ended, so I was like, oh shit, that's it. That's the finish. Like there's just great drama here at this point. But Kane's able to power out once again, so Benoit can't quite tap him out. So Benoit goes for the other arm for the crossface, brings Kane to a knee, and then hits a cradle pin for the quick 1, 2, 3. So he improvised, saw the crossface wasn't working, so went a different route. So just great psychology, great story within this match, I thought, and just really fun drama at the end. Like you always thought Kane was going to tap, and the fact that like the size disparity didn't really Benoit was still able to come at Kane. Oh yeah. But yeah, good match. Shout out Kane, shout out Benoit.
I was super happy that he didn't tap. Like there was at one point I didn't remember, like much like you, I didn't remember the finish of this match. So while watching it, when I'm seeing him locked in and he's not he's crawling, in my mind I'm watching it saying, "Do not tap." Like you do not want the monster Kane to tap, and he doesn't tap. So when he brings him up out of that the crossface, and Benoit goes to switch, and he's going to crossface him the other way, and then just rolls him up. It was brilliant. It was fantastic, man. This match is it's an A match, man.
Yeah, and it's a little cliche, but not really. I mean, the surprise roll up oftentimes in matchups like this is the best way to go.
Yeah. especially with how they built it up. Like that was pretty much his only option to win the match.
Yep.
Loved it.
But then
Didn't love the next part.
about
Oh,
Todd
he gets
Grish.
on the mic.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't remember them ever doing this. This might have been the one and only time where right after the match, it's very like Joe Rogan-esque, like in UFC, where it's like the fight ends and they immediately interviews the winner. So we got Todd Grisham pretty much doing that as Benoit walks backstage. He's like, all right, Benoit, I got some highlights for you to watch on this screen. Anyways, what you? And I'm expecting like a run-in. I'm expecting like somebody to attack him from behind, but nobody does. He's just literally just like, oh yeah, so I had him. Kane's big, so that was tough. And I am for real.
that was the best. That was the best fucking part of this hunk of shit. So it is too. Like, all right, now watch this clip. And he's like, well, Kane's out there, tough competitor. We know what he's a monster. That's what they call him. The big. He's a machine. He's a big red machine. But it's going to take somebody like the Rabid Wolverine to take him down because Rabid Wolverine is for real. Now, Chris, let's watch you put him in the sharpshooter here. Well, Kane, he's a big man, he's a machine, so he's got mechanic legs, and we knew going into this one he's a tough competitor, and the only way you're going to be able to put down a tough competitor is if you are for real. And I showed tonight that Chris Benoit is for real. Well, let's go to the finish here. Create a creative way to get the win here, Chris. You could shed some light on the finish of this match. I got him in the crossface finally. He's a big red machine. They call him a machine. They also call him a monster. And I had him locked in, and I couldn't quite get him to. So then I switched. And the only way you could switch is if you're for real. So I showed him that I was for real. And then I knew I wasn't going to get him down, so I rolled him up. And the only way you can roll up a big monster like Kane, the big red machine, they call him, he's a machine, is if you're a rabid Wolverine and you are for real. And that's what Chris Benoit is, for real. And then they cut to Todd, and Todd goes, it's Chris Benoit. He's for real. How many times are we gonna drill this son of a bitch in? And it reminded me of a show that I went to where Chris Benoit, looking back on it, it's I don't know if it's sad or fucking hilarious. I'm not sure. I was at a house show and there was a kid, a young boy, and Chris Benoit was his favorite. He had the for real shirt on. He had a for real like headband on. He had for real everything. And he looked at me. He's like, "What? Why do they call Chris Benoit for real?" And in my mind, I'm like, "God damn it! I don't want to fucking talk to this punk." And I was like, and you can't tell the kid, like, he doesn't know the backstory, right? He doesn't know that like people didn't believe that he could be a champion, that he could reach where he like. You could try to explain it, but this little fucking bitch kid, he's not going to understand it. So I just told him, I was like, it's because Chris Benoit is for real. Like, what do you say?
Just refer him to this promo, and he would get it by the end of it.
Yes, because they just drive it just home. This, if you're watching on the monitor, that monitor's for real, and so is Chris Benoit, the Rabid Wolverine, is for real. I was like, get the fucking move on.
They don't call him a machine for nothing. He's big. He's red.
Man, I noticed they're not calling him the Crippler here. Crippler's better than for real.
I think he refers to himself as the Crippler.
Does he?
Yeah, I know he calls himself the Rabid Wolverine. I thought he slipped a Crippler in there.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it seems like he's trying to get this new moniker over, but he doesn't really need a new moniker.
No.
Like for real, Chris Benoit kind of sucks.
It's horrible.
He could just go like, hey, I'm wearing gear. You're wearing gear. Let's wrestle. Maybe that could have been a sign off.
And I'm standing here holding this championship. And that's for real because Chris Benoit is for real.
It's like he just kept trying to end the conversation with Todd Grisham. He's like, I'm for real. All right. No. Oh, all right. You got another one? Go.
Chris, you hit him here with this chop. Well, when you're in there with a guy like Kane, the monster, 7 foot tall, 300 pounds, you're gonna have to bust out the big guns. And if you got big guns, you know who's got big guns? Chris Benoit. He's for real.
starting to think Benoit wasn't right in the head. I'm starting to think.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a fan. Not of his home life. No, not of his home life.
No, not that part.
Oh, interesting. I'm only a fan.
Got to be clear about that, man. You don't want
Yeah,
people
yeah.
getting the wrong idea.
And I'll tell you this, I actually have a Chris Benoit figure collection too. My wife was like, "You're really going to do that?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think I'm going to try and get all the Benoit figures. I'm a fan."
Man, you got the whole set. You got a WCW. You got the lat pull down machine. You got them all. You got them all. Well, speaking of hell,
For real.
Yeah, the scripture, the one that comes with the wine.
dogs are in the backyard. Chavo Guerrero's there. Oh, he's gonna go to hell. But speaking of hell in a cell, folks. We got the main event on our hands here. Triple H versus Shawn Michaels. Hell in a Cell. My goodness. It's a very prominent match. Some people hate this match. Some people love this match. I don't know where I stand, even after watching it recently. I mean, we all know the history, the DX, and then Shawn comes back, and then Triple H attacks them. They've been feuding for pretty much 2 years at this point, and recently they have both cost each other the world title. So now they have to bring an end to this feud, and I think this actually ends up being like their last big match against each other, unless I'm forgetting anything. But yeah, Hell in a Cell, the culmination of a feud as it should be. I mean, it felt like Hell in a Cell.
It's not a bad way to end the feud if that's in fact the way that it went down. My only complaint was that it was too long.
47 minutes.
Shit, yeah, I was gonna say it's legit 45. Just kept going and going, and I mean, it's not like there wasn't great action, because there was, but it was kind of tough to stick with it the whole time.
Yeah,
there were several naps.
Yeah.
Oh, I was fighting to keep my eyes open watching this match.
Man, they were. So apparently, last man standing rules weren't being utilized here, because they were on the mat for like minutes at a time. It seemed like.
Well, it's a pinfall or submission situation,
right?
Yeah.
So.
I want to get your guys' take on this. Where do you think the cage was built? Country of origin for the cage.
China, probably.
Okay, interesting.
I bet they assembled it there, man.
Well, okay, but the cage itself, like, where do you think the country of origin for the chain link cage?
Like the raw product?
Yeah, the raw product.
I don't know. What's aluminum?
The SmackDown product.
Where do you get aluminum?
I don't know.
I don't think it's aluminum. I think it's
steel.
Solid steel.
Yeah.
Maybe the good old US of A. We got a pretty booming steel industry.
Okay.
Yeah,
interesting.
Pittsburgh, maybe.
You think they're going for the cheap stuff? Maybe.
I don't know, man. So and this is why I ask. The cage lowers, and you can clearly see that there's what I thought was maybe like chain link glory holes in the cage.
Yes.
Yeah.
I noticed that as well.
You could see that. Right. Now I talked to a friend of mine, and this is a couple of years back, that did some time overseas, right? And in Afghanistan, where he was stationed, I guess they had a chain link fence around where they were stationed, but there was a lady that would come up and press her backside against the chain link, so the guys could, really smoke that ass through the chain link, right? So they could get their rocks off. Yeah, I was told, right, that they called her waffle ass because the imprint that the chain link left on her ass there. So in my mind, I was going, are they repurposing waffle ass's fence for the Hell in a Cell? Like, how does it get there? Because you guys saw the glory hole, right? You know that you could easily penetrate a broad that was standing on the other side of that chain link fence. And the only reference that I have to a chain link fence that has a hole in it is the story from my friend that served banging Waffle Ass. So is this Waffle Ass's cage?
I'll let you tackle this one, Duke.
Well, I mean, I definitely made a note of that hole in the cage there, and sure, it could be repurposed as a glory hole type of situation. I made note that it's like just big enough to put something in there.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you could fit a dozen of my cocks through those holes. I don't know what you're talking about. Barely fit through it.
But I mean, it didn't get real spicy or anything with the holes.
Yeah, nobody got fucked through that hole.
No.
in the match. From what I remember.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, and you tossed that to old Duke the dumpster. I want to know your take on this hand job, Kyle, because we got a real whodunit here.
So you're claiming, just so I have this straight, you're claiming that the cage is an Afghani glory hole ridden cage.
It's possible.
Possible, allegedly.
Right.
I can't say no. Like,
Right.
I can't say you're wrong.
Right.
I feel like you wouldn't need that many glory holes.
Well, there's
'Cause they
quite
were
a
kinda
few
all over
soldiers.
Yeah, but how many waffle asses are there in the world?
That's a good point. Yeah,
Maybe there's a lot of them.
I suppose.
You know, a box of Eggo waffles, there's a lot of waffles in there.
That's true. Yeah. And really, I mean, how could you tell? Because really, you only get to see, like, the ass, right? It's kind of covered everywhere else. So, yeah.
Well, you can see through the chain link.
Right. But I'm talking about the attire in which, Waffle Ass would wear. Yeah.
Oh, so you're saying they cut like a hole in the whatever you call it?
No, you lift up the whatever you call it.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Do you think somebody missed? Do you think somebody missed their spot?
Like somebody else is supposed to be banging Waffle Ass?
No, the waffle ass.
I was next.
No,
Wait,
man,
was
the
Ric
waffle
Flair
ass.
supposed to come out and get waffle assed?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Did somebody missed their spot?
That could be. I didn't think about that. I was just so fixated on Waffle Ass. Glory holes in the Hell in a Cell.
This feels so sharp, though. It feels like there's so many ways that could go wrong.
Yeah, I'd stay away from that.
Yeah, could go wrong.
Yeah, but I guess if you're in that situation, you got to kind of take what you can get.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm never going to watch a Hell in a Cell match the same again. That's for sure.
You're
silly me.
welcome.
I'm like, oh, they're footholds for them to get on top of the thing. No, you're probably right, though.
You went footholes for climbing?
Yeah.
This isn't American Gladiators.
Well, the guys have to get up there. They got to hook it to the thing, and then the bing, bong, boop. Then they hook it. They pulley, shooka, 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 but they have to get to the top to connect it.
Hook it, pull it, bing, bong, boom, and the shooka, shooka, shooka.
Right.
You're talking Waffle Ass.
Look, I'm not saying it could be both. Who's to say it's not a dual purpose
Open
hole?
to interpretation, right?
All right, I'm with you.
Art is subjective, right? But man,
Yeah.
so these guys bleed buckets here too.
So does Waffle Ass.
That's what it takes.
That's some bad blood for you. But yeah, Triple H just gets busted open like 3 minutes into this.
Man, JR says that he looks more like a hamburger than a wrestler right now.
I don't know what kind of hamburgers JR is eating.
I don't
Should
know.
probably stay
Just
away
got
from him.
kind of all over this show. You hear JR say shit that doesn't make sense, but sometimes it just really hits the spot, like a good hamburger, I guess. But
I guess.
Is 96 Shawn Michaels and 96 Triple H, are they both better than this version of Shawn Michaels and Triple H? Because I think that Shawn clearly is better. The 96 version of Shawn is better in ring than this version of Shawn. But is the Triple H version of the 96 version of Triple H, is he better in ring?
I think Shawn's closer. I think Shawn is different. I think he's slower, but I'd probably go 96 Shawn, I guess, because his psychology was still good back then. Plus the physical, he could do more physically.
Right.
But Triple H was also good back then too.
Yeah.
there's more to Triple H's character now,
Yeah.
which kind of enhances him as a wrestler too.
Okay.
I think, with his evil ways and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I mean, just physically, he's a bigger dude. I was always incredibly impressed how good Michaels was for his second act.
Yeah.
You know, it could be argued he was better than he was the first time around, which
I would say so, yeah.
But yeah, they didn't. We just did a 96 season. I don't think they crossed paths.
No, and I guess the reason why I ask is I think Shawn Michaels in '96 his in-ring charisma is much better than it is now, especially in this version of the match. And with Triple H, obviously he evolved into the game and what we're seeing in this match. But what we're seeing in this match isn't really character work. It's just like, I'm a bad guy. You know what I mean? Like, there's not much more to him than I'm a bad guy that's going to inflict pain. So the thought crossed my mind was going, okay, are the 96 version of both of these men better than the 2004 version? Because I think the argument can be made.
I think this match in particular feels like an unseasoned version of them in 96. Yes. Okay. I think Triple H and Shawn were doing good stuff at this point, but this, I don't know if maybe their feud has just been wrung dry at this point. But yeah, it doesn't really feel, and like, it's a Hell in a Cell match. There's no evolution element. So there's no real heel elements that Triple H is bringing. So there's not a lot of sympathy being thrown Shawn's way in this one. It just felt kind of bland, which is crazy given like the blood and the weapons and the chair shots and the tables and the ladders. But it's just like, I don't know. It feels.
You know what they did is they tired their audience out and didn't bring them back, because there is a point where they can go so long where you're just wearing your audience down, and then it can go that much longer where it then becomes amazing. That they're still, that they're still doing it, but the match ended without bringing the audience to the point of, oh my God, they're still going. This is amazing. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't do that. They ended it where they were still down. They're still wearing thin. So the audience has got to get their second wind in that match. So if they're already planning on going 45, right? Like, they went half hour, you could have gone, okay, the half hour's fine. Could have worked out just fine. They went 45. Like, if you're already going to go 45, 47 minutes, whatever it is, go $110, right? Just go the full distance and get the audience the opportunity to get their second wind in the match, invested in the match, and then end it. So they ended it at like that weird, everybody's worn thin kind of a time.
Yeah, man. Like at about a half hour into this thing, Game hit Michaels with the Nards plow when he was going for the chin music, and earlier on, Michaels had hit Game with the Nards plow when he went for the pedigree. So we're half hour in here, and I'm realizing neither of these guys has hit a finisher. I'm like, okay, this must be the home stretch. When one of these guys hits the finisher, that's going to be it. And it should have wrapped up a lot quicker than it did at that point, I think. Yeah. Because there's a lot of, I mean, hell of a job with the cell in the back. Mm-hmm. But I'm thinking when Michaels is taking all this punishment on the back, like, it's all a work. But I mean, this is a guy who has a legit broken back in his history. It's something else. But good match, very intense. I mean, it goes back and forth. It's quite the blood feud, but I mean, it didn't hit the highs of, obviously, like that SummerSlam when he first came back between these two. There's probably better chapters. But
there's a spot in this match, and I think it's my favorite spot, because Triple H throws HBK into the ring post, right? Classic shoulder spot, right? And HBK just lays there, right? And he assumes the fuck my ass position. He just stays there forever. And it's beautiful. It's almost he's like, hey, Triple H, I'm stuck in the ropes.
Step Triple H.
I'm stuck in the ropes. Mom and Dad aren't going to be home from grocery shopping for at least another hour.
But he was on the wrong side of the glory hole, which is it kind of just threw it off.
Oh, I just maybe like, how do you just lay in that fuck me up the ass position for as long as he did? Like he takes a nap there. Like Triple H, I'm stuck in the ropes and I'm sleepy.
Only one way to get me out. But yeah, no, a big chunk of this match, like you mentioned, is Trips attacking the lower back of Sean based on his prior injuries. A lot of this match, it's like on paper, it makes sense. Good storytelling, attacking the back, all the chair shots to the backbreaker on the back on the chair. And then Sean comes back, he gets his offense in, Nard's plow situation. It was just too. I appreciate selling. Like, yeah. I get it. And the story they're going for, it's grueling. Hell in a Cell is still like this ominous thing at this point. So it's like, oh, they're putting themselves through hell. Like, we're going to get that picture over. We're going to sell that to the audience. I get it. There's just like a point where like good storytelling and entertainment have to intersect. And I feel like they were just separated in this match. Like the ending stretch, like I love the ending stretch, like Nard's plow to counter the Sweet Chin Music, hits a pedigree.
Great.
Very slow to get to the cover. It's a 2 count. They like have to like shimmy up each other's bodies to get to their feet because they've been just beaten to hell for 30 plus minutes at this point. Sean, boom, Sweet Chin Music out of nowhere. Can't capitalize. It takes like a minute and a half for him to get to the pin. 2 count. And then they just like repeat this, and then Trips hits a second pedigree, and then they're double downed, and then a third pedigree, and then that's the win. The finish kind of felt anticlimactic too a bit, but with how grueling the match was, it made sense. But I don't know, it felt like it didn't like hit the climax at the right point. Oh yeah. But
sometimes less is more because they really did pull out all the stops, the old cliche there, because I mean, at one point they get the table out there, game goes through the table, and then they get the ladder out there and steel chairs, steps, just throwing everything.
It's hard to get to this point though, because like his first match back was a street fight with Triple H. You know what I mean? Like they set it up. They
non-sanctioned.
Right. They started so high that now they're just trying to get higher and higher for the blow off. And when you start with that unsanctioned street fight, it's hard to climb up to something that's not going to feel, less than where they started. So I appreciate what they were going for, but it didn't quite hit for me. Great. I mean, don't get me wrong. It was enjoyable, but it was laborious to watch.
Yeah, that's a good point, because they had the street fight, and they also had a last man standing earlier this year, 7 months before this or whatever, which was probably even more bloody than this match was. And that's still fresh in everybody's mind. So
and yeah, them two and Benoit for the title. That's
twice.
How Benoit got the title.
Yeah. Plus they had a match on Raw also for the title. So again, I think this we're tapped out with this feud, which is probably why this is the last one. But good way to end it, though, I guess. I mean, in terms of just it felt grueling. It felt like the last kind of whatever, just empty the tank kind of thing. They both were dead after the match, even though Triple H won. But yeah, 47 minutes. Hell in a Cell. Where do you guys? I think that at this point there's been like 50 Hell in a Cell match. Didn't they just have like the anniversary? It was either the 40th or 50th,
something like that. Yeah.
Hell in a Cell. Where do you guys rank this one? Is it like bottom half, top half, one of the worst, one of the best?
Boy, without having all of the Hell in a Cells in front of me, it's hard for me to put like exactly where it is. I guess you don't want to give it that recency bias, but
right.
I think it's got to be one of the better ones, I would think. Like I say, even though I think they lost the crowd, they wore the crowd thin, they didn't bring it back. They didn't bring it back to the finish. You got two like first ballot top flight performers here. You know what I mean? Like, these are two amazing competitors in a match where they gave you 47 minutes inside Hell in a Cell. Even though there were times when, like I say, they just straight lost me, and I maybe didn't love the entirety of the match. It'd be hard for me to believe that it's not in the top half.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's probably one of the better ones. I mean, that first one that we covered, that might still be the best one that they've had, Michaels Taker. And that's the other way to end a match like this, is having some big spot where somebody interferes. So kind of pick your poison with the end of it, you know. And I guess the Foley Taker was a whole different kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember hearing them say this is like the 10th one at this show.
I think so. That sounds about right.
I think Game is undefeated in Hell in a Cell matches. I think he faced Foley in one. I think he retired him.
Allegedly.
For about a month.
Yeah. He's faced Jericho. He's faced Nash. The Nash Hell in a Cell is actually really sick if you guys ever want to revisit that. But yeah, he did, though. He was saying he's never lost Hell in a Cell, but 2000, 6-man, he did not win that match.
Oh, good point. Yeah,
I guess he did. Technically, he didn't get pinned.
Yeah,
but he did not win it. So I guess you could say he didn't lose.
That's the one where Quiche goes off into the flatbed with the hay, right?
Sure is.
Yeah.
The hay.
Yeah.
That's a 6-man too. I mean,
right.
It's not a one-on-one contest.
All right. Well, they can utilize all the glory holes in that one, so that made sense for that.
That does make sense. Yeah.
Right.
There's probably a bunch of hay in Afghanistan. Like, it all ties together.
I like
really
that.
Think about it.
I like that. We're not so different.
Starting to think.
None of us really.
The same.
Yeah.
Let's focus on our similarities, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I like that.
We all love a chain link glory hole. And you know what else I love? Is you two fine gentlemen. Appreciate you once again hopping aboard, talk some old school wrestling. And where can everybody find you in the Year of Duke and Rogue podcast?
Well, you know, that's a good question here, Handjob. So when does this episode drop?
This will drop next Wednesday on the 22nd.
On the 22nd. Now, Duke, I'm going to ask you, our preview episode, that doesn't come out until the 27th, does it?
That sounds right to me.
Yeah, look at that. Well, Handjob, I can't spoil it for the listeners. We just wrapped up WrestleMania. God, what was it? 11 to 12. 11 to 12.
Yeah.
Yep. So we're gonna hop back in the time machine, and I'm not gonna tell you where we're going. You can find out where we're going on Monday, October 27th.
Can we get a hint?
Yeah, I'll give you a hint.
Yeah.
It's going to be a shorter run because we don't know what's happening with the catalog. It's a shorter run because we don't know, but the characters will be big.
Lots of characters.
Trust
me.
Circumcision. That's a huge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Circumcision is a clue.
Val Venus.
You see,
you
went the wrong way. Yeah, circumcision's the clue.
Jews?
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Hella fun.
Interesting.
And yeah, thanks for having us on again. I mean, it's been too long, and it's nice to. I mean, ECW is fun, but it's nice to cover something else.
Yeah,
something in almost HD
with a little more than something with multicam, right? not just the one handheld at ringside.
Yeah.
You don't like a grainy Todd Gordon versus Bill Alfonso match from the crowd?
There's a little bit of charm to it.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
Watching a whole extravaganza. But yeah, so we'll be back with a brand new season coming up. We got our review of season 8 posted right now, and yeah, we're already 9 seasons in, man.
Yeah. lot of episodes, a lot of time. You could check us out. It's at Gorilla Brain Wrestling Podcast, man. Just look up Gorilla Brain Wrestling Podcast. You'll see me and Duke. You're Duke and Rogue. Obviously, Tropical and I. We do the Tots Pod. Also on the Shining Wizards Network. You can find us there. You can find me every Monday night on the Shining Wizards Live. That's 7 Eastern, 6 Central. Me, Handsome Kevin, the Servant of Pleasure, along with Double T and Brundlefly and Tony, doing all good kinds of things. But you'll see, Handjob. You'll see. We're heading the time machine. Circumcisions.
Well, I guess it could go forward. I guess the time machine could go either way.
Time machine can go forward, and it can go backward.
Well, now I'm all scrambled here. Now I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. The only way is time machine can't go sideways.
Oh, that just bent my brain there for a second. Yeah. Man, I might need to go find myself a metal glory hole and figure all this out.
Gotcha. Where is it?
It's in Afghanistan. Come find me there.
Okay. Is it a one-way ticket or round trip?
Oh, man, we talked about this. I think Afghanistan is one of those spots that got a hard time going to.
Can't go.
We got a pretty strong passport, but I think Afghanistan's on that short list.
Gotcha.
Gonna have to sneak in there.
What if you just wanted to buy like a lot out there? You think that's going to be a hard thing to achieve?
What if you want to buy a little? Thanks for joining, everybody. What'd you say? What were you saying? Once again, thank you to HK and Duke, the dumpster bags, for joining me on the program. As always, a lovely, lovely time with those blokes. Go check out the Year of Duke and Rogue podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts, provided to you via Gorilla Brain. Speaking of brain, give me some brain, why don't you? Just kidding. I assume everybody's tuned out at this point, so I can just say anything. I can go on a full racial tirade if I wanted to. And let me tell you something about those Irish. Yeah, that's how you expected, right? I'm mostly Irish, so I can say that. Contrary to popular belief, a lot of people think I'm like Samoan or Hawaiian or African American. But none of those are the case, as far as I know. Anyways, what are you guys still doing here? Go, the show's over. Go, leave. Fuck, Klingon. Anyways, appreciate you guys tuning in. Love you. Big smooches all around. Mwah. Yeah. I'm hard.
It's the hardest. Talk around and disregard it. Strip you off the ground, show you what hard is. Standing strong and proud, nothing can knock it. Let's get it started. It's the hardest. Talk around and disregard it. Strip you off the ground, show you what hard is. Standing strong and proud, nothing